But it is time for the most important award, not counting the top three, the Gin and Chris Classic.
Yeah, I made an award.
This is your legacy.
You
sir.
didn't make an
gaming
award.
problem.
Your backlog made
Chris,
an award.
This is your legacy. Nothing you
This
do.
is my legacy.
Yeah.
This is going on my tombstone. Here lies the Gin and Chris Classic. He
So,
did not finish all
it
his
started
games.
as a running joke, but the Gin and Chris Classic is because obviously we don't always play games that just came out in the same year because, well, backlogs exist. Also, we also aren't made of money. We can't just buy games left and right all the time. So this award goes to the game that was not released in 2025. Anything from 2024 backwards. Could even be a freaking game from the 80s if, that ever happens. But, yeah, it's just the best game that you played that wasn't from this year. Last year, Kaylan gave it to Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Chris gave it to Dave the Diver, and I gave it to American Arcadia, which would have been Game of the Year the previous year had I played it 1 month sooner, but didn't happen. So, and not even for us, Indiana Jones doesn't even count this time either, so because we all played that last time. So, Kaylan, what's going to be your addition to the old classic?
So I'm going to put 2 because I feel like I've got a little caveat and I don't know if I can go with, if it qualifies. Also going to put an asterisk there just in case it doesn't pan out. But my first choice is going to be Metroid Dread. I started playing that early this year, or early last month. Haven't had a chance to finish it. It is amazing so far. I am really liking it. So Metroid Dread is my Gin and Chris Classic. Pending it, shitting the bed at, a halfway through or whatever. If it does, the other one I was going to put is Metal Gear Solid 1. I've never played it before, right?
God, it's so far back. The backlog.
Hey, we don't discriminate how far back this goes.
No, we can never do that because I will be in trouble.
Yeah, so I am exploring Metal Gear for the first time. Really it's got its problems. I think that Metal Gear Solid 1 definitely needs a remake in the same way that Metal Gear Solid Delta did. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. I think seeing where Metal Gear went, it is the most grounded game that Kojima made.
It is.
So wild. I think it's a tight game, interesting gameplay, cool story. But needs a bit of a... Adam, if you're not watching the video, Adam has just snuck in Snake into a Metroid Dread cover just to cover bases. Well done, Metroid, eh?
Wait, I need one more thing to add to it. Keep talking.
Okay, so that's where I'm going to go. So game that I finished, it's Metal Gear Solid
it.
1. Any game that, if it's a game that, pending completion, is Metroid Dread. If Metroid Dread sticks to the landing, I'm not going to include it for next year. It doesn't count, but for now, I'm putting it in there.
Yeah, those are both really good games. As one that I played a couple years ago and another one I played about 30 years ago. They are both very good. Yeah, I love Dread right up until the end. I don't think it'll drop off for you.
Perfect.
Yeah, unless you don't like difficulty, because obviously it gets harder. All right, so I have a backlog. I have lots to choose from for this
So much
award.
so we
It's
made
almost
a
like we
award
named an award after it.
Believe it or not, I had hundreds of games to choose from. Plus, I bought games that weren't even from last year.
Pile.
I just had to add it to the pile. So originally, Adam was going to be really, 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 really happy with me because I finally played Metaphor ReFantazio last year. And that was in May because it was added to Game Pass. And the game was like $93 up until that moment. And I was just waiting. And it's still too expensive. I do want to buy it one day, but it's still too expensive. So I had that. And that was like holding it for months and months and months and months and months and months until early December, where another game jumped in. Yeah, Adam already knows what's happening. And I played Adam's Game of the Year. Was this your Game of the Year last year?
Yup.
And I played Until Then, which is just a story-driven visual novel-ish game. Like, it does have gameplay elements. You walk the character around. There's some mini games. There's mini games in there and stuff like that. But it is almost purely story, music, and art direction that this game is based on. Yeah, this game destroyed me mentally, physically, everything. It is so good, but will upset you at times because the story goes in a direction you don't love, but like it's still great storytelling. It brought man tears to my eyes. When I say man tears, it's where it's like a single tear drops down from the eye and only you really know it was there in the first place. It's so good. This game like blew me away. And when it ended, I was so upset. I think it actually, like, I had dreams about it for like 2 days where like the characters, it just didn't end the way I wanted it to end, but like still good, but bittersweet and all that kind of stuff. Adam, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, not at all.
It is a heart. This game punches you in the heart repeatedly, where you never actually die and you just survive the entire experience. I don't know how else to describe it. It's so good, but like, be prepared when you do. If you ever play this, be prepared to just
be prepared
feel
to have
everything.
a game to balance that out after.
Yes, I immediately after this, I don't remember what I went to, but I went to something like Sonic the Hedgehog. I was like, I need something just mind-numbingly just comforting right now. This game hit hard, but it knocked Metaphor, which is a fantastic JRPG, which is my favorite genre.
Upset the Metaphor got kicked out, but given that it's Until Then, I can't be that upset.
No, yeah, like
You made this. You caused this, Adam.
Because ironically
Honestly,
enough,
he did.
My number one just kicked out my number two from last year. So, oh no.
Yeah, it's true. And this was a game I didn't own last year. I bought it in the last summer sale because of Adam. After I had played Metaphor,
Am I
I
not
was like,
such a
oh
great
yeah,
influence?
it's cheap. It was like $10 or something. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll play Adam's $10 visual novel game. It'll be a cute little game to play until I play something else. I did not know what was about to happen. I did not know.
That's not true. I did say.
You did, but I didn't believe it was that bad. And then I played it. I'm like, oh my god, Adam was right about all the emotional stuff. It hurts. Everything hurts now.
It was a 50-50 shot for most of the year because I mean, the Jin and Chris Classic was wrapped up since like March. It was going to be one of two games the entire time. It was either going to be Unicorn Overlord or what the eventual winner was the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood, I should say.
Oh yeah, that one, yes.
Unicorn Overlord really, really would have won at any other point because it is just Fire Emblem with just so much more like it's like Fire Emblem meeting the Gambit system from Final Fantasy 12.
Oh,
It's so good. Maybe that'll be another thing that Chris plays at some point and it gets kicked out by Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood next year. Who knows? But I said it in my initial review when I did talk about the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. When a game says that it has choices, most of the time it means it has choices until it's the end, and then you have two.
Expedition 33, looking at you.
There's no choices before that.
The Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood essentially is you have choices, and you have no idea which ones that you've done that have actually fucked with the world the most by the time the game ends. And when it actually comes back to either bite you or help you, you go, oh, fuck, it's because I did that. Oh, no.
I did stab her sister. Ah.
And for the writing to be very clever, the gameplay loop being chill, very much in the similar vein of like what Until Then is, because it's mostly just text. But the idea of little creative things like you being able to make your own tarot cards by messing with the images, almost like you're photoshopping your own stuff together. There's cool stuff like that in there. But the dialogue itself being as well written as it is, and then like I said, when it actually comes to roost at the very end, depending on what you decide to do with all the different characters, actually makes it mean something to the point that I have not seen any other game do at that level. So I was very impressed with that. And in the end, I ended up going with that over Unicorn Overlord, even though I think I enjoyed the overall gameplay loop of Unicorn Overlord more. I'm just left like, I cannot recommend Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood enough to anybody, even if it sounds like the kind of game that you're not into, because it's just one of those things that I'm like, I've never seen a game do it to this extent before, and I don't know if I ever will again either. So that was a no-brainer to me when I really had to think about it after a while.
Nice. Yeah, this is on my wish list. So you might be right about next year's Jen and Chris Classic.
Who knows? We'll see. I mean, there's already going to be like 200 other games next year that'll be part of that list with you. So
yeah, maybe I'll try and play a game from the 90s like Kaylan did for...